Then Yahudah came near to him and said, O my lord, please let your servant speak a word in my lord's ears, and don't let your anger burn against your servant, for you are even as Pharaoh. My lord asked his servant, saying, Have you a father or a brother? We said to my lord, We have a father, an old man, and a child of his old age, a little one, and his brother is dead, and he alone is left of his mother, and his father loves him. You said to your servants, Bring him down to me, that I may set my eyes on him. We said to my lord, The boy can't leave his father, for if he should leave his father would die. Then you said to your servants, Unless your youngest brother comes down with you, you will see my face no more. It happened, when we came up to your servant my father, we told him the words of my lord. My father said, Go again, buy us a little food. We said, We can't go down. If our youngest brother is with us, then we will go down, for we may not see the man's face unless our youngest brother is with us. Your servant my father said to us, You know that my wife bore me 2 sons, and the one went out from me, and I said, Surely he is torn in pieces, and I haven't seen him since. If you take this one also from me, and harm happens to him, you will bring down my gray hairs with sorrow to Sheol. Now therefore, when I come to your servant my father, and the boy is not with us, seeing that his life is bound up in the boy's life, it will happen when he sees that the boy is no more, that he will die. Your servants will bring down the gray hairs of your servant our father with sorrow to Sheol. For your servant became collateral for the boy to my father, saying, If I don't bring him to you, then I will bear the blame to my father forever. Now therefore, please let your servant stay instead of the boy, a bondservant to my lord, and let the boy go up with his brothers. For how will I go up to my father if the boy isn't with me, lest I see the evil that will come on my father? Then Yosef couldn't control himself before all those who stood before him, and he cried, Cause every man to go out from me. There stood no man with him while Yosef made himself known to his brothers. He wept aloud. The Mitzrayim heard him, and the house of Pharaoh heard. Yosef said to his brothers, I am Yosef. Does my father still live? His brothers couldn't answer him, for they were terrified at his presence. Yosef said to his brothers, Come near to me, please. They came near. He said, I am Yosef, your brother, whom you sold into Mitzrayim. Now don't be grieved nor angry with yourselves that you sold me here, for Elohim sent me before you to preserve life. For these 2 years the famine has been in the land, and there are yet 5 years in which there will be neither plowing nor harvest. Elohim sent me before you to preserve you a remnant in the earth, and to save you alive by a great deliverance. So now it wasn't you who sent me here, but Elohim, and he has made me a father to Pharaoh, lord of all his house, and ruler over all the land of Mitzrayim. Hurry and go up to my father and tell him, This is what your son Yosef says, Elohim has made me lord of all Mitzrayim. Come down to me, don't wait. You shall dwell in the land of Goshen, and you will be near to me, you, your children, your children's children, your flocks, your herds, and all that you have. There I will nourish you, for there are yet 5 years of famine, lest you come to poverty, you and your household, and all that you have. Behold, your eyes see, and the eyes of my brother Benjamin, that it is my mouth that speaks to you. You shall tell my father of all my glory in Mitzrayim, and of all that you have seen. You shall hurry and bring my father down here. He fell on his brother Benjamin's neck and wept, and Benjamin wept on his neck. He kissed all his brothers and wept on them. After that his brothers talked with him. The report of it was heard in Pharaoh's house, saying, Yosef's brothers have come. It pleased Pharaoh well, and his servants. Pharaoh said to Yosef, Tell your brothers, do this. Load your animals and go, travel to the land of Canaan. Take your father and your households, and come to me, and I will give you the good of the land of Mitzrayim, and you will eat the fat of the land. Now you are commanded, do this. Take wagons out of the land of Mitzrayim for your little ones, and for your wives, and bring your father, and come. Also don't concern yourselves about your belongings, for the good of all the land of Mitzrayim is yours. The sons of Israel did so. Yosef gave them wagons according to the mitzvah of Pharaoh, and gave them provision for the way. To all of them he gave each man changes of clothing, but to Benjamin he gave 300 pieces of silver and 5 changes of clothing. To his father he sent after this manner: 10 donkeys loaded with the good things of Mitzrayim, and 10 female donkeys loaded with grain and bread and provision for his father by the way. So he sent his brothers away, and they departed. He said to them, "See that you don't quarrel on the way." They went up out of Mitzrayim, and came into the land of Canaan to Jacob their father. They told him, saying, "Yosef is still alive, and he is ruler over all the land of Mitzrayim." His heart fainted, for he didn't believe them. They told him all the words of Yosef, which he had said to them, when he saw the wagons which Yosef had sent to carry him. The spirit of Jacob their father revived. Israel said, "It is enough. Yosef my son is still alive. I will go and see him before I die." Israel traveled with all that he had, and came to Beersheba, and offered sacrifices to the Elohim of his father Isaac. Elohim spoke to Israel in the visions of the night, and said, "Jacob, Jacob." He said, "Here I am." He said, "I am Elohim, the Elohim of your father. Don't be afraid to go down into Mitzrayim, for there I will make of you a great nation. I will go down with you into Mitzrayim. I will also surely bring you up again. Yosef will close your eyes." Jacob rose up from Beersheba, and the sons of Israel carried Jacob their father, their little ones, and their wives, in the wagons which Pharaoh had sent to carry him. They took their cattle and their goods which they had gotten in the land of Canaan, and came into Mitzrayim, Jacob and all his seed with him, his sons and his sons' sons with him, his daughters and his sons' daughters, and he brought all his seed with him into Mitzrayim. These are the names of the children of Israel who came into Mitzrayim: Jacob and his sons, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn. The sons of Reuben, Hanok, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. The sons of Shimon, Yemuel, Yamin, Ohad, Yakin, Zohar, and Shaul, the son of a Canaanite woman. The sons of Levi, Gershon, Kehat, and Merari. The sons of Yehuda, Onan, Shelach, Pereth, and Zerach. But and Onan died in the land of Canaan. The sons of Pereth were Hezron and Hamul. The sons of Issachar, Tola, Puvah, Yob, and Shimron. The sons of Zebulun, Sered, Elon, and Yachiel. These are the sons of Leah, whom she bore to Jacob in Padan Aram, with his daughter Dinah. All the souls of his sons and his daughters were 33. The sons of Gad, Zephion, Haggi, Shuni, Esban, Eri, Eredi, and Ereli. The sons of Asher, Yimna, Yishva, Yishvi, Beriah, and Serach, their sister. The sons of Beriah, Heber, and Malchiel. These are the sons of Zilpah, whom Laban gave to Leah his daughter, and those she bore to Jacob, even 16 souls. The sons of Rachel, Jacob's wife, Yosef, and Benjamin. To Yosef in the land of Mitzrayim were born Manasseh and Ephraim, whom Asenath, the daughter of Potiphera, Cohen bore to him. The sons of Benjamin, Bela, Becher, Ashbel, Gera, Naaman, Ahib, Rosh, Mupim, and Hupim, and Ard. These are the sons of Rachel, who were born to Jacob. All the souls were 14. The son of Dan, Hushim. The sons of Naphtali, Yaxiel, Guni, Yetzer, and Shilem. These are the sons of Bilhah, whom Laban gave to Rachel, his daughter, and these she bore to Jacob. All the souls were 7. All the souls who came with Jacob into Mitzrayim, who were his direct descendants, besides Jacob's sons, wives, all the souls were 66. The sons of Yosef, who were born to him in Mitzrayim, were 2 souls. All the souls of the house of Jacob, who came into Mitzrayim, were 70. He sent Yehuda before him to Yosef, to show the way before him to Goshen, and they came into the land of Goshen. Yosef made ready his chariot, and went up to meet Israel his father in Goshen. He presented himself to him, fell on his neck, and wept on his neck a good while. Israel said to Yosef, "Now let me die, since I have seen your face, that you are still alive." Yosef said to his brothers and to his father's house, "I will go up and speak with Pharaoh, and will tell him, my brothers and my father's house, who are in the land of Canaan, have come to me. These men are shepherds for they have been keepers of cattle, and they have brought their flocks and their herds and all that they have. It will happen when Paro summons you and will say, "What is your occupation?" that you shall say, "Your servants have been keepers of cattle from our youth even until now, both we and our fathers, that you may dwell in the land of Goshen. For every shepherd is an abomination to the Mitzrayim." Then Yosef went in and told Pharaoh and said, "My father and my brothers with their flocks, their herds, and all that they own, have come out of the land of Canaan, and behold, they are in the land of Goshen." From among his brothers he took 5 men and presented them to Pharaoh. Pharaoh said to his brothers, "What is your occupation?" They said to Pharaoh, "Your servants are shepherds, both we and our fathers." They said to Pharaoh, "We have come to live as foreigners in the land, for there is no pasture for your servants' flocks, for the famine is severe in the land of Canaan. Now therefore, please let your servants dwell in the land of Goshen." Pharaoh spoke to Yosef, saying, "Your father and your brothers have come to you. The land of Mitzrayim is before you. Make your father and your brothers dwell in the best of the land. Let them dwell in the land of Goshen. If you know any able men among them, then put them in charge of my cattle." Yosef brought in Yaakov his father and set him before Pharaoh. And Yaakov blessed Pharaoh. Pharaoh said to Yaakov, "How many are the days of the years of your life?" Yaakov said to Pharaoh, "The days of the years of my pilgrimage are 130 years. Few and evil have been the days of the years of my life, and they have not attained to the days of the years of the life of my fathers in the days of their pilgrimage." Yaakov blessed Pharaoh and went out from the presence of Pharaoh. Yosef placed his father and his brothers and gave them a possession in the land of Mitzrayim, in the best of the land, in the land of Ramses, as Pharaoh had commanded. Yosef nourished his father, his brothers, and all of his father's household with bread according to their families. There was no bread in all the land, for the famine was very severe, so that the land of Mitzrayim and the land of Canaan fainted by reason of the famine. Yosef gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Mitzrayim and in the land of Canaan for the grain which they bought, and Yosef brought the money into Pharaoh's house. When the money was all spent in the land of Mitzrayim and in the land of Canaan, all the Mitzrayim came to Yosef and said, "Give us bread, for why should we die in your presence, for our money fails?" Yosef said, "Give your cattle, and I will give you food for your cattle if money fails." They brought their cattle to Yosef, and Yosef gave them bread in exchange for the horses, and for the flocks, and for the herds, and for the donkeys. And he fed them with bread in exchange for all their cattle for that year. When that year was ended, they came to him the second year and said to him, "We will not hide from my lord how our money is all spent, and the herds of cattle are my lord's. There is nothing left in the sight of my lord but our bodies and our lands. Why should we die before your eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for bread, and we and our land will be servants to Pharaoh. Give us seed that we may live and not die, and that the land won't be desolate." So Yosef bought all the land of Mitzrayim for Pharaoh, for the Mitzrayim sold every man his field, because the famine was severe on them, and the land became Pharaoh's. As for the people, he moved them to the cities from one end of the border of Mitzrayim even to the other end of it. Only he didn't buy the land of the Kohanim, for the land of the Kohanim had a portion from Pharaoh and ate their portion which Pharaoh gave them. This is why they didn't sell their land. Then Yosef said to the people, "Behold, I have bought you and your land today for Pharaoh. Behold, here is seed for you, and you shall sow the land. It will happen at the harvest that you shall give a fifth to Pharaoh, and 4 parts will be your own, for seed of the field, for your food, for them of your households, and for food for your little ones." They said, "You have saved our lives. Let us find favor in the sight of my Lord, and we will be Pharaoh's servants." Yosef made it a statute concerning the land of the Mitzrayim to this day that Pharaoh should have the fifth. Only the land of the Kohanim alone didn't become Pharaoh's. Israel lived in the land of Mitzrayim and the land of Goshen, and they got themselves possessions therein, and were fruitful and multiplied exceedingly.